Good morning, students. We are in the chapter 6 named Control Structures. Can we have a recap of control structure? A program statement that causes a jump of control from one part of the program to another is called control structure or control statement. There are three types: sequential, alternative or branching. Third one is iterative or looping. In last class, we have seen about sequential and alternative. Today, we are going to see iterative. Iteration is also known as loop. Iteration are used in situation when the user need to execute a block of code several of times or till the condition is satisfied. That means it executes the block of statement until the condition becomes false. We have already learnt in 11th standard. I hope you all remember that. A loop statement allows to execute a statement or group of statements multiple times. There are two types of loop here. They are while loop and for loop. Look at the flow chart. In loop, it checks the condition. If the condition is true, it executes the statement 1, 2 until the condition becomes false. After the condition gets false statement, it go to the else part and execute the else statement. So look at the syntax for while loop. While is a keyword. We have to give a condition. All control statements must end with colon. So place colon symbol. After that, to begin a block, we have to give some spaces. That is known as indentation. After giving some spaces, we have to give statements for the block 1. If the condition is false, we are giving alternative statement in the else part. So else is a keyword. Place colon there. After that, begin a block for else part and give some statements for this block. So this is the syntax for while loop. Now look at the flow chart. First we have to check the condition. If the condition is true, it executes the statement until the condition becomes false. If the condition is false, it gets out from the loop. Is it clear? Now look at the example. I is a variable, value is 10. While is a keyword in a control statement. Within a bracket, we have to give a condition. I less than or equal to 15. It is a condition. It is a control statement, so we have to place colon at the end. After control statement, we have to begin a block. So we have leave some spaces. Those spaces are known as indentation. Within that block, we have to use print statement. In the print statement, we are going to print multiple values with the help of comma. First, we print the value of I and then end. Look at the end. It is a parameter. We can give value to the parameter for end or \t. That means we are giving space. After printing the value of I, the end parameter leaves some spaces and then it continues to print the value of I with spaces. Is it clear? End is a parameter. It helps to print the output with spaces or in a new line. If we give \n, it print the value of I in the next line. If we print backslash t means it prints the value of I with some spaces. Is it clear? One more parameter we can use in a print statement, that is sep. That means separator. To separate the output with special character like comma, semicolon, we can use sep parameter, and we have to assign the value for special character like comma, semicolon for that sep parameter. Is it clear? So after the print statement, we have a incrementation statement. That means now we are going to increment the value of I by 1. So what is the initial value of 10? What is the initial value of I? That means 10. It checks the condition 10 less than or equal to 15. The condition is true. So it prints the value 10 and leaves some spaces. Then the next statement is it increments the value of I. Now the value of I is 11. It goes to the condition 11 less than or equal to 15. The condition is true. So it prints the value of I, that is 11. It prints some spaces. After that, the increment statement will be executed. Now the value of I is incremented by 1, that is 12. 12 less than or equal to 15, it is true. So it prints the value of I, that is 12. 10, 11, 12 up to 15 will be printed. After that, the value of I will become 16. Then the condition becomes false. So it gets out from the loop. Is it clear? Look at the program. This is the output for the previous program. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So each value printed with spaces with the help of n parameter. What are the values we can assign to the n parameter? Slash t for space or slash n for new line. We can give one more parameter to print with some special character like comma, semicolon. Can you say what is this? That is sep, separator. Short form is sep. So sep is a parameter. We can give a value for sep as comma, semicolon. If I give sep instead of n, I'll give the value with the assignment operator. So sep equal to, within a single quote I have to give comma. If I give like that, the output will be print 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So end and sep are two different parameters. They are used to print the output with our need. If you want to give the output with spaces, or we can print the value with commas with the help of end and sep parameters. Look at the program. It uses while loop. Can you say what will be the output for this program? What are the statements in the program? Variable a as the value 5. It checks the condition using while loop. 5 greater than or equal to 0. Condition is true. It goes to the block. It prints the value of a. Then sep is a parameter. We are assigning comma value to the sep parameter. So after printing the value of a, it prints comma. Then decrement statement is used here. The value of A will be decremented by 1. Then the value of A becomes 4. It goes to the condition 4 greater than or equal to 0. Condition is true. So it print the value of A and print comma. Then the value will be decremented by 1. The value of A will be 3. 3 greater than or equal to 0. Condition is true. It prints the value of A and put comma. It goes on up to the value become -1. Is it clear? After the condition becomes false, it prints the else statement. What is in the else statement? A is 0 will be printed in a new line. So we have give /n. Is it clear? Look at the output for the program. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. After the value becomes 0, then it is decremented by -1. So the value gets -1. The condition will be false. So it exits from the while loop. It goes to the else part. In the else part, there is a print statement. A is 0 will be printed in a new line. So this is the output for the given program. Look at the iteration for the program. In the first iteration, the value of A is 5. It checks the condition 5 greater than or equal to 0. Condition is true. Then the value will be decremented by 1. After the decrementation, the value becomes 4. In the second iteration, the value of A is 4. It checks the condition 4 greater than or equal to 0. Condition is true. So it prints the value of A. Then it decremented the value. The value of A will become 3. In the third iteration, the value of A is 3. It checks the condition 3 greater than or equal to 0. Condition is true. So it prints the value of A, that is 3. Then it is decremented by 1. It will be 2. In the fourth iteration, the value of A is 2. 2 greater than or equal to 0. Condition is true. So it prints the value of A, that is 2. After that, the value will be decremented by 1. That is 1. In the fifth statement, the value of A is 1. 1 greater than or equal to 0. Condition is true. So it prints the value of A, that is 1. Then it will be decremented by 1. The value of A will be 0. In the sixth iteration, the value of A is 0. 0 greater than or equal to 0. Condition is true. So it prints the value of A, that is 0. After that, the value of A will be -1. The condition becomes false. Then it gets out from the loop. It goes to the else part. In this way, this program executed and gives the output. Is it clear? In the control statement, we have seen about iteration. Iteration is also known as loop statement. There are two types of loop, while loop and for loop. So far we have discussed about while loop. In the next class we will discuss about for loop. Thank you, students.